Morning, I'm going to run through some analysis, Forex, gold, and the stock markets. Some really important stuff going on this week. As you know, I'm going to give you some trade ideas, all the usual, show you my technical analysis technique. But first, let me just show you this prop trader account that I've started to use. I've just signed up. It looks like a really professional platform. And luckily enough, if you like, share, and subscribe, I'm going to give you the opportunity to win your own prop firm challenge. If you don't win, have a look in the link below where I've got a 15% discount as well. So let me just run you through the platform and then we'll get on with the analysis. Show you this platform here, Fund Your FX. It looks really good to me, especially if you're a beginner trader and you're not used to trading platforms. This really does do a lot of the work for you. I'm going to start up here in the left-hand corner and you can see it's got the calendar today. You can obviously open it up, see what's going on today, what important data releases are out here. We've got the producer prices index coming out of the US. It gives you an idea of the impact on the market. Well, that's a big impact. So you can see all three bars are in red. We've got the forecast, the previous value. So that really is useful information. You can scroll down, see all the different countries. Top movers, I'm guessing you could probably set that yourself. So those are the top movers anyway. Very good. I'm not sure if you can edit that, but you can click on each market and have a look at it and trade it if you want to. I'm going to go back to the calendar. I quite like that. Okay, then I've got my list of markets that I might want to trade. These are all the symbols, so you can choose what you want, and then you can put them into your favorites list, which makes it nice and easy for you to identify a market that you might want to trade. When you do want to trade, you can click on the market and do a quick trade here. There's the volume. You can increase the volume or decrease the volume, and you can quickly buy or sell on that volume. Now, if you want to do something more detailed and get more information, you can increase the volume here or decrease the volume here, of course. By doing that, it gives you the exact required margin for the trade out of the free funds, and it gives you a percentage of the margin that you're going to use. Now, so let's say I'm going to use 1% of the margin to do the trade. Now, I could also have my stop loss set here. So I'm going to put my stop loss in at 108.65 because I'm going to buy. That gives me a value of 21 pips away, 21 pips away. That's a 0.25% risk. Now, let's say I put my take profit in at 109.10, then I can see that I'm potentially looking at a 0.31% profit on the trade. That would be 31 pips above where we are. Of course, these are moving as the price moves. My stop loss versus my target is moving. And of course, you can then compare how much percentage you're risking compared to how much percentage you might be making if you do the trade. I'm not going to do the trade now. I'm just giving you an example. This really is a terrific platform. You can have that as a market order, so I can trade it right now, or you can have it as a pending order, and then I can choose a limit order whether I can buy below the market or sell above the market and enter the order. So it's terrific. I don't need to calculate my risk versus reward. I can have it on there. I can use the percentages or the pip value to calculate my risk reward. It really doesn't like a fantastic platform. And then of course, we've got this big charting window here, which I can open up or I can shrink back. You've got the trading view platform if you want, clicking on this button and all the features that you can have on that. So you can change the time frame for your chart, all the usual stuff that you'd expect to see on a charting platform. Okay, let's kick off with gold. Real nice bull run. Obviously, we had a consolidation pattern here. I could probably put a trend line on here just to show you what was probably a bull flag formation. You never really know when it is a bull flag formation until it's broken. And once we did break up, of course, we've had a really good run, beat the previous all-time high of 29.56. We've got so far today up to 29.93.8, new all-time high. So we are going to go for 3,000 by the looks of it. I wasn't sure if we would when I saw this consolidation pattern. The next target after $3,000 will be around the 30 to 30.35 area. That will test the trend line, the upward sloping trend line going back to the 12th of April, 2024, nearly a year ago. Well, certainly 11 months ago. So that's an 11-month-old trend line. That will be an important resistance area. If we were to close the week, we would have to rally another, obviously $45 or whatever. Then we would be closing above the trend line, and that would be super bullish for next week. But that's obviously highly unlikely to happen at this stage. If we have a look at the hourly chart, we've got some good support levels for gold for today, at least. Fib level around 29.80. We're certainly holding that to the downside. What's the low today? 29.8056, which is slightly annoying actually, because if you look at my subscriber group, I've got 29.80, 29.77 as a buy level in gold with stop below 29.74. So it's interesting that we've already seen a low at 29.80. If we were to break lower, you can see I've got a buy level at 29.5854. That would be down here, and it's around the previous all-time high. So really good support level in gold if we were to fall that far today, but it looks unlikely. Oil, we've been doing well, selling 67.40, 67.60 area. We did well this week on that one. You can see it's in purple, which means we made a profit on it. We turned around from there. I'm guessing that we could do the same again today. Actually, if I put a trend line on here, which I have on my 4-hour chart, but I need to put it on my 1-hour chart. Yeah, you can see we've got some good resistance around the 67.5 area in oil. So I'll try that again. It hit all my targets. Sorry, 66.30 was my lower target. We got to 66.37. Not too bad. Cable at pound versus dollars had a really good run lately. Very strong bull run from mid-January, coming up for a 2-month bull run. Now, we seem to be slowing down. We're running out of steam. We're just crossing below the 100-hour moving average. So it indicates there could be some weakness. 28.80. I've got 28.90, 28.80, I think is my buy level in cable. Yeah. Stop below 128.80, 28.65. We've got 200-hour moving average coming in at the fib level with some recent lows around that price. So could be a good support level if we keep going down. 127.80 is a good support level. I've got 127.85, 128.65 on my sheet. Stop below, that should say 127.50, not 128.50. Of course, my targets are in the 128 area. There's some good support levels there. And in euro, I've also got some good support levels. We did sell on the break below 108.70, 108.65 yesterday. That worked quite well if you were trading that with me, if you're a subscriber. It was a trend line that I had, and also break below the 100-hour moving average. Pretty simple. We broke, we retested it, and down on the bounce, we got to my target of 108.20. Bang on, actually. That was pretty good. I got out at 108.30, just ahead of my target. But if you ran the trade, there was a nice 40 pips in that trade. I've got good support at 108.20, 108.10 today. That's just from the hourly chart. I've got that on my sheet. Stop below 107.70, targets of 108.60, 108.90. If you're a subscriber, you'll have had that around 4 in the morning. New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen, nice resistance around the 85.5 area, 85.20, 85.40 was my sell level during the week. We got there and reversed. That trade worked quite well. I would try it again. We managed to peak above that trend line in the 100 period moving average there on the 4-hour chart. If we go to the 1-hour chart, however, it looks a bit promising. We've got the 500-hour moving average there with some fib lines and trend lines. So I think there is a good chance of the market reversing again from just below the 85.5 area. As I say, I got on here 85.20, 85.40 as my sell level. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. That trade worked really, really well this week. We hit the target at 102.00. We're having a small bounce up to 103.07 right now as we speak. I've got a good sell level at 103.45, 103.65. Again, small, pretty tight stop loss, around 30 pips, which is usual for me. The stock market's been really good to me. The NASDAQ this week has been playing nicely, giving me some really good opportunities. You can see that the break below the fib level and the 200-day moving average turned out to be a good sell signal, and we went straight to my buy level of 19,250, 19,150. I had that in all week. We had 2 bites at that trade, so subscribers have done well this week. I've been trading that as well myself. I think we're probably going to break lower. I don't know whether that's going to happen today or next week, but I don't think this support level is going to hold on a third test. And I've actually got a good resistance level today in the NASDAQ. Is it on the hourly chart? We are already hitting resistance. Actually, look, trend line 100-hour moving average. There is pressure to the downside in the NASDAQ, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it close below 19,000 today, Friday. If we did get up to 19,800, 19,900, that should be a really good sell level. You never know, could happen. We were selling Bitcoin around here. Just showing Bitcoin. We were selling around 84,000, 85,000 yesterday. If you were up early enough, I managed to get a couple of shorts on there. 200-day moving average now holding us. It was a good support level on the downside. It's a good resistance level on the upside. We've broken the neckline to the double top. That was my big sell signal. And the market was kind enough to revisit the neckline and the fib level, having seen the moving averages cross over to give us another sell signal. Really, I love these crypto markets. Technically, they are very nice to trade. And so 2-3 weeks ago, I predicted that Bitcoin would fall to around 74,000, and it looks like we're on the way. We got close, didn't we? 76,666. I think 72,000 looks like a reasonable target if you've managed to jump into that short position that I suggested. Who knows? We may even get to 67,000, which is the 500-day moving average. Okay, so if you are not a subscriber and you want to get the trade sheet that I put out every day for my subscribers, that's this one. You can go to my website, daytradeideas.co.uk, sign up for my signals and analysis. And let me just show you, that's my free channel. If you're not my free channel, you want to get on that, I'll put a link in the description box below. And if you want to be a subscriber, then you can jump into this one and you get analysis all day, every day, full analysis on stock markets, commodities. You get my trade sheet, my spreadsheet of trade ideas, of course, which I've just been showing you. Really is a good service. I do post lots of charts to explain my analysis, what I'm thinking, try and teach you what I'm doing. So do have a look at that, daytradeideas.co.uk. Hope the ideas today have been helpful. Do visit my website and have a great weekend.